I'm Dom. I'm the singer and guitarist.
I'm Owen, and I am the drummer.
I'm Chris. I play bass.
And we're Lanterns!
How long have you guys been playing?
As a band, like this,
Yeah,
about 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2
Just
years.
over 2
Just
years.
over.
Yeah.
Are you the original lineup
Yeah.
for it? How did you end up getting together? Whose concoction was it?
You're probably the best at telling this story, to be honest.
A bit of a concoction, really. Me and Chris have played in a band for just over about 6 months more than Lanterns were together.
Yeah.
And Dominic had just finished university. I played in a band with Dom like years and years ago called Moral Panic. And we were very young then, like a bit
I was a
naive to
bassist at
music.
that point. I wasn't even playing guitar.
I went uni
or
with Dom
singing,
as well.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I hadn't even thought about singing or playing guitar at this point. I was the bassist in the band with Owen.
Yeah.
Owen's still on drums. And yeah, that was called Moral Panic. We were in that band for like a good 4 years. And then that kind of deteriorated. Then what happened after that?
Well, we all went to uni, didn't we? Like we
Yeah.
split up whilst we were at university. All went off and like kind of did our lives a little bit more. And when me and Chris had been playing a little while, he said, "Oh, this lad Dom is like playing some great music at the moment." I was like, "Sure, I know Dom. He's a bass player. What's he doing writing music?" But he was going to do a gig at Chris's venue that he was running at the time.
Yeah, I used to have the attic for a while, if you know that in
Cool,
Accrington.
Yeah, in Accrington.
Mm.
And Dom had been set up to do a gig there and wanted me to do a bit of backing on drums just to fill it out. And we got down and practiced, and it was like, it's a bit dry, there wasn't a great load to it to do a full gig sort of thing. Anyway, Chris just walks in with his bass, and it just took off from there, really. We've been playing since and just writing.
Yeah, we had like 2 weeks of practice, played our first gig. Yeah, it went alright. It's kind of like an immediate kind of...
The
we
gel
gelled
just formed,
immediately
yeah.
and we thought we've got something here.
From that first
So-
song, it just worked, didn't it? It
Yeah.
just came
Yeah.
together and it like, this is actually pretty good, this, already.
So yeah,
Just
that's
came
pretty
out.
much how we formed.
Yeah.
What got you into music in the first place, individually? Pussy or dick?
Can you say both?
Do you want to know like bands or like?
Yeah, just the origin of your interest in picking
Uh,
up instruments and
well,
producing
yeah.
original music.
Like I say, like I always wanted to be a bass player. I don't know. I always like was more fascinated with the bass lines in songs. So yeah, I picked up the bass at about age 14. So I was listening to like Chili Peppers, The Strokes, stuff like that, and yeah, that's what got me going on bass.
I was always big into like later punk, so I grew up on like bits of... people are probably going to hate me for saying it, but they're not exactly punk, but like Green Day and Blink-182 when I was about 14,
Pop
about
punk.
13, 14,
Mm.
yeah, the pop punk era.
Yeah.
Like, but I was young, like, and there was a bit of energy behind it, and I wanted to get on board with that. There was something in it. I played a bit of piano, played a bit of violin, and it was like, these are fucking shit instruments. Like, and then you just hit a drum kit, and it's like, fuck, I'm not even playing this anymore. It's something just comes through you while you're on that instrument, and that's how it kind of took off for me. And just been playing in bands and jamming at jam nights, just listening to all different types of music, trying to pick up what I can with it.
What about you, Chris? Do you
My
remember?
dad's a musician. My dad's a bass player and a singer. And I was about 14 and he brought me first bass home for Christmas. And I just was not interested. I didn't touch it until I got to about 17. I did a little bit. He showed me like a couple of Sex Pistols bass lines, which I picked up pretty quickly, and he kept saying, "You're pretty good actually." And I'm like, not bothered though. It didn't bother me. And then a couple of my best mates got in a band, and there was like, well, back then I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So I was just jealous as anything. And I said, I really want to be in your band, lads, you know, and all this. And they said, well, get home. go to your dad, get some lessons off him. So I did. Within 2 weeks, I was the bass player for that band. So, and I'm still playing now.
Cats
Chris
or dogs?
I prefer cats. I've got 2 cats.
Got a dog.
So
I'm definitely a dog. I've had a cat for 2 years and it just pisses me off.
yeah,
It's
the more independent cats.
What's the dog called?
Greta.
Greta. You've got your new EP
Yeah.
out now.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a 5-track EP. It's called Chrysalis. Yeah, we released it on 24th of July. It's available on Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and that's it, iTunes. Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, I think it's the first. The last EP that we did was a bit of a like uni project, but at this not our uni project. It was with a good friend, so it was something that at the time we thought this is like amazing. This is like the next level for us. This is the best version of our tracks. And no offense to Paul, he did a great job. But now when I listen back to it, it's us a year and a half ago. When I listen to what we've created now, it's a real embodiment of what we're doing, what we're interested in, the strength that we feel of the music, the most powerful songs, and we put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think it shows with the music. Like I got to do all the artwork, so that was a great piece to do. Love making artwork for bands, but it's always one of them things where when you get your head down to it, it's like, what the fuck do I do here? But yeah, it was great fun, and I think we've done a good job with it. We're really proud of it.
Yeah, we did it all in two days, the whole EP, and the guy who recorded us, he said he's never seen that before. He said you just come in, played your instruments, pretty much first take, didn't we, all of us?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
The odd little bits, and he was amazed by it. It was like, that's never been done.
Yeah, it was a
We
lot.
got it all mastered, and it's a really good quality sounding CD.
It was with Mark Jones, if you've heard of him.
He actually did the Ting Tings first EP, if you remember them.
Yeah.
Black Grapes as well.
just before they got big. Yeah, worked with Black Grape,
Yeah.
toured
And it-
with
and it was-
Peter Gabriel.
It was mastered
Great
by
guy.
a guy called Mark Fithers. He did Coldplay's first 2 albums as well, so
Yeah.
it's really good quality.
Well established guys.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
And it shows,
Really
doesn't
proud
it?
of
We've,
it.
we've gone that one step further with it, and the quality of the music and
Yeah.
the actual quality of the recording. It shows that we've just done a bit more to it and
yeah, we're chuffed with
been a
it,
bit
really.
more choosy with it and picky of what we do.
Trapped on a desert island. Who are you gonna eat first?
Chris.
Yes. I'd say Chris has the most.
I've got them
Sorry
all.
man, he killed us both, so...
Yeah, I think I. Yeah, I'd taste
I was going to
it.
say which
I'd
song
taste
would
a
you
bit
listen to
salty.
last first?
Yeah, I'd say Chris.
Because I could take it.
And you've got the dog as well, you would totally survive on it.
Yeah.
You'd have to like cut that one, nip that in the bud.
What are your plans for the rest of this year?
We don't really plan. Stuff just seems to happen. Like, we've never really planned anything, have we? Like, we just go with the flow. But we've got an interview with BBC introducing on Friday, and then we're playing. Is it called Green? It's
Goose
terrible.
Green?
Goose Green.
In all
Goose
freedom.
Green. Yeah, we've got that on the 27th, and then beyond that, we've got that EP launch like 2 months after the EP's been released. But
December that.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an EP launch like
Well,
months after the
it's
EP's been released.
It's
But
a CD launch.
yeah,
It's
we're just gonna do a show in our hometown. What's the venue called?
Wellington Bar,
Wellington Bar.
which is at side of Pop Club. You two might know it actually.
So yeah, I think
Really
yeah.
nice now. They've done it all up and
It's changed. Who's the biggest diva?
Dom.
Really? No, I'd say Chris. I think it's definitely between me and
it's
Chris.
me, yeah, it's me or Dom.
Yeah, I'm yeah. Yeah. Can you give an example of
Yeah, we
Dom likes to worry. So
Yeah.
if something happens, like, or we're running late for a gig, like, by an inch or a minute,
Yeah.
it can affect him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get really stressed out before gigs, but it always turns out fine. I don't
Does.
know why I get so stressed, but
Would you rather battle one T-Rex sized chicken or 50 chicken sized T-Rexes?
I've been asked this question before.
It's a tough one.
It
Isn't
is
it?
a great question.
You have to fight. You can't run.
I suppose you can try and run. But chickens are pretty fast.
Especially that one T-Rex sized chicken.
It was dinosaur sized T-Rex
sized
chickens. I think they'd be easier to escape from.
One of them.
No, a group.
15 of them.
Cluckosaurus. Like that thing
Cluckosaurus.
will hold you down. You ain't getting away from that
You've seen
thing.
Jurassic Park, haven't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Very cheap.
Yeah, that's a difficult one. That might take a few hours to.
Yeah, but you've got a chance against these chickens. You ain't got no
Yeah,
chance
you
against
can-
T-Rex, have you?
You can use weapons. Get like a steel chair.
Yeah,
WWE
yeah,
style.
I mean,
But chickens can swim as well, you know, like get on the water and swim after you. So you couldn't even like get on a fucking boat and get away from that thing. That
Yeah.
thing's going to be
So,
swimming after you.
I
They
think-
can
think
fly
it's
as well,
chicken-
can't
Yeah,
it's
they
chicken
fly
sized
to a certain
T-Rex though,
extent.
isn't it? So
Yeah,
I can't imagine T-Rexes being very good swimmers.
yeah. I think
I
unanimous
go for
decisions.
the, I go for the
uh,
tiny T-Rexes.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
personally.
going with. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Mm.
Just from a logistical point of view of getting my ass away from that thing, those things.
So you wouldn't fight them.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Screw that! I'm gonna get eaten either way.
Yeah. We Are Lanterns, and this song's called Follow.
I feel like you could just wish me away to a land where we saw, but a hill and no longer up late. Say goodbye to the short life from by those with no face, lying to men, touched with burden and pain. Ooh, 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 ooh. Where I go, you follow, but if you don't, just know I follow you to the edge of the earth. You know, you know. I feel like you could just wish me away to a land where you saw, but a hill and no longer up late. Say goodbye several times and all will remain still. But I will condemn you with all who have tamed you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Where I go, you follow. But if you don't, just know I follow you to the edge of the earth. You know, you know. I feel like you could just wish me away to a land where we saw, but a hill and no longer up late.
I broke a sweat. Must work you done all day.